Hey guys, so we just got here to Mount Magazine, where we're going to be staying this weekend and helping Mama V out on her property. Asher and I just got here. John's coming behind us in a bucket truck, and we just got up here and I was reading this sign that says elevation 2,320 feet. Wow, it's so beautiful. And I just want to give you guys a quick look here at what we're looking at. It's amazing. The horizon is so pretty. I mean, even foggy, it's just beautiful. So peaceful up here. It's just a beautiful spot. What is it? A bird?
Sounds like
Whippoorwill?
sounds like an airplane.
Oh, airplane. So beautiful. So we finally got here. I got up this morning and went to work for a bit and then came home, packed up, and we loaded up the car and headed up here. It's so beautiful, like driving up through these mountains, and it just makes you in awe of the beauty here. And so we're just gonna sit here for a minute and enjoy the scenery and the sounds. And thank you for watching.
Are you recording me?
I could wake up to this view every day. So pretty. This lodge is awesome. It's a little bit cloudy this morning. It's a little kitchen area full of our junk. And then the rooms are spacious. This is a closet for all your stuff. And then some art. There's the view. And every room has the view. Patio. Isn't it pretty? I could stay out here all day. It's so beautiful. These are the other rooms, have patios. We're up on the 3rd floor, which is the top floor. And then you can see over there, that's where that building all the way over there to the right, that is the dining room, the restaurant. So I'm hoping today we're just gonna have muffins and sandwiches that we brought, but in the morning I'm hoping that we can Asher made coffee, But in the morning, we have a Keurig here in the room. But in the morning, I'm hoping that we can have breakfast at the hotel or the lodge restaurant. But,
Mom, did you bring cream?
so we're on our way to Mama B's this morning to go cut some trees.
They realized that it was already occupied by a highly
Asher and I got to the lodge about, I guess it was about 8:30 last night. Got checked in, got all of our stuff inside, and John ended up having some trouble with the bucket truck and had to turn around and go all the way back. Now tell us what happened, John.
Well, started at about 3:30, like 2:45, 2:30. Yeah, 3:45, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, 3:45 is when I talked to you first.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't
When I was
keep up.
leaving, I left town at 3:45.
I didn't keep up with the time, but the guy I was borrowing the bucket truck from, which is a good friend of mine.
I know 5:45 you were just about to.
Yeah.
You were getting it. The battery wasn't charging.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish telling you.
Okay.
So anyway, the guy that I used to work for before I went to work where I work now, that I've been at almost 10 years, he owns a tree service, and I used to run the tree side. He's got multiple companies, and that particular part I ran the tree side of it. I was over the tree crews and made all the bids and stuff. So we're pretty close, and I called him and said, "Hey, can I borrow a bucket truck?" And he said, "Sure, you can borrow it." He said, "But take my spare in case something happens, over the weekend. I don't want you to, I want to be able to have a bucket truck in case, a tree falls on the house or whatever." Well, the guy that runs it now for him is my best friend, one of my best friends, Carlos. He told me earlier in the week, he said, "Hey, that truck hadn't been cranked in a while, but we probably need to get together and crank it up. And let me show you a few tricks on it, that you need to know to run it." I said, "Okay." He called me back Thursday and said, "Hey, I ran it all day, good to go." Well, there's a switch you got to turn off, and if you don't turn that switch off, it runs the batteries down. Well, he don't drive the bucket trucks, he just operates them. So one of the guys drove it up there, and of course, they had to jump it off originally. He ran it all day. Well, they took it back, and they did not turn the switch off, and it drained all the batteries. Well, I had my son bring me, and evidently his truck battery wasn't strong enough. We sit there I don't even remember how long, I won't say several hours, but a couple hours anyway. And we just couldn't ever get it charged enough to crank. So the mechanic finally showed up, and he pulled around there and said, "Hey, we'll put both your son's truck and my truck on it."
So that was about 5:45.
Yeah, that was about
So that was
5:40,
2
yeah,
hours.
yeah. I'm already way behind schedule. So anyway, we do that, and it don't crank. So the mechanic's like, "You know what? We'll just pull start it." So he got some air into the tank so we could release the brakes, and he pulled them and cranked it. Perfect. Well, I finally got all my stuff loaded up in the bucket truck, started heading out. About 20 miles from town, from El Dorado, on Highway 7 going toward Camden, Arkansas, it started overheating. So I pulled over on the side of the road and opened the hood, and it kind of cooled off a little bit, and I thought, well, maybe it just needs water in the radiator, I've been running them trucks for years, and usually if it starts to get too hot, you put a little water in it, good to go. And I checked the oil and water, and the water level at cold on the radiator reservoir, it tell you where the water needs to be when the truck's cold, and the water was there. But being it's a spare, I thought, I drove it this far, and maybe it just needs some more water, maybe it needs some water in the engine block or whatever. So I pull up, I turn around and start heading back to Smackover, which is about another 5 miles back from where I started overheating. And I guess I was such antsy to get on the road and get on up here that it started cooling off on its own. I thought, well, maybe the thermostat was stuck. It's good to go now. And I turned back around and started back. Well, got about them same hills that it started overheating, and started overheating again. I said, well, I wasted time. I'm gonna go get water. Turn around, go back to Sumac and Smackover, get it cooled off. I put a little water over the radiator to kind of cool it off, get the engine back cooled down, so I could open the radiator cap without burning myself, and got it where I could, and when I pulled that cap and I looked over in there, it was perfectly full. I was like, well, it's not my truck. I'm not going to burn it up. I done wasted now at this point. It's like 7 something. So we're just going to leave at 2. We was actually going to leave between 1 and 2. That didn't happen. And then I think, Tammy, you finally pulled out like 2:45, didn't you?
I left at 3:45.
3:45, okay. Well, just say and we left at the same time. Well, you left it a few minutes for me.
Yeah,
so
I had to stop at the dollar store.
Say I got to the truck at 4. Here it is, almost 8. Yeah, I know. I'm looking. Here it is, almost 8 o'clock, and I'm 20 miles out of town. So I'm frustrated. So I turn around, take it back, park it, get my stuff out. My son comes back and picks me up, carries me to my house, and I get my pickup truck. And I get up here about 1 o'clock last night. So here we are.
So, hey, can you throw this away?
Yeah.
So long story short, we had to do things a little different than we planned. John was gonna use a bucket truck to cut Mama V's trees and get them down that way, but that's not gonna happen now. So God has a way of working things out, you know, for the best. And so that's what we're trusting in, that things, you know, just sometimes happen for a reason. And so we're trusting in that. And so today he's gonna be working with chainsaws to cut the trees down. He brought a pole saw and some more chainsaws, and so we'll just see how it goes. We'll be filming, so you'll get to see that. And anyways, we'll keep you guys updated as we go. Have a great day, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.